Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I brought a brand new car. This is a brand new used, to me at least, 2005 Mazda Miata with a 5-speed manual and a soft top. And it's in this dark purple color. Yeah, so I bought this Miata for about $44.50. With about 86,000 miles on it. The previous owner did a lot of original maintenance using original OEM parts, which is really good. He has a lot of history and documentation on what he did. So I have that on my computer at home, which is really helpful for me because when I was looking for another car, I really wanted to find specifically a Miata, an NB Miata. And I wanted to find one that was in good condition. And I mean, obviously, like, as you can briefly see, like, the hood is not in the best condition. The headlights are a little hazy and yellow. But mechanically wise, the car is actually really well done and really well maintained. A lot of the original engine stuff has been replaced and the fluids have been replaced, the clutch as well. Even the tires and the brakes all have been kind of refreshed and updated with a lot of Mazda OEM parts. So mechanically wise, the car is great. Just from the outside, there's a lot of cosmetic issues that kind of take away from a little bit. So that's why the price kind of came down a little bit. But overall, I mean, this is going to be my next project car. So as you know, I have the Yaris. I've been detailing that and I've been driving that at Autocross for quite some time now. But I figured it was time to kind of move on and kind of focus strictly on a car that would actually be useful at the track. And you know, what better way to go racing than with a Miata? Because you know what they say, Miata is always the answer. So yeah, so I'll pull you guys in and we'll take a look around. And yeah, all right, so as we come in and take a closer look at the Miata, as you can see, the hood not in the best condition whatsoever. As you can see, the clear coat is actually kind of peeling and everything. So yeah, the hood clearly not the best condition. In addition, the headlights, right, they're a little hazy, a little yellow. So actually, when I first bought this, both headlights were actually not working. The low beam was not working. The high beam was, the low beam wasn't. But I quickly fixed that, just replaced the bulbs, which is an easy fix. So that was good. Fog lights also work. That's a good thing. A little bit of paint damage, chips here and there. As you can see here, it's peeling. But yeah, so I mean, that's the front of the car. As you come around the side, as you can see, there's this white strip. I think it's just kind of part of the poor paint condition. The previous owner did have it in the garage, but I think the first owner, the very first owner, I'll be the third owner, but the first owner had it under the sun a lot. So a lot of it was already damaged prior to the second owner. So that is already an issue that I knew about going into it. The biggest thing about this was the doors. As you can see here, there's a little bit of rust. And then if we open the door, you can go underneath and take a look. It's a little hard to tell. I'm in the bright sunlight right now. But it's kind of rusted on the bottom of the door. And so, passenger side is pretty bad, but if we go over to the driver's side, as you take a look, see, same situation, right? There's rust here. Actually, if we open the door, right, you can actually see through it, which is pretty bad. So like it's pretty bad. So yeah, and if you look underneath, it's a little hard, sorry. It's pretty badly rusted up on the bottom. Side skirts and everything on the car actually look pretty good. The doors were actually the only ones that I found that had the pretty bad rust spots. Another spot that I found that had rust was actually kind of inside here. along these chassis where the fender, the panels kind of bolt in. So I'm trying to working in harsh conditions right now, in harsh bright light conditions. I'm constantly adjusting the lighting or the settings. But yeah, on this side and the passenger side has the same situation. So as you look around the back a little more, there's another kind of open rust spot here. This is kind of tied to this whole fender right here, so it's kind of together as one. Couldn't really do anything about that. And so moving around, the bumper seems okay, the exhaust is okay. The trunk, the previous owner attempted to try and fix a rust spot over here. And so, yeah, there's some holes and he tried to bondo it and everything. But, you know, the trunk is also kind of going, so that's, you know, it is what it is. So same thing with these guys. There's a little bit of rust going on underneath here. So, yeah, but that's pretty much the exterior. Oh, the soft top. The soft top is a replacement soft top from the previous owner. There are a couple spots that were torn, but he said it doesn't leak through, so I have not yet tested it, but there's a couple spots. There's like this tear over here. This is a plastic window, so it's not a OEM glass with a defroster on it. There's a couple more spots here, and then there's another one here and one over here. So another issue that I came across was some of the seals on the doors and the windows, specifically on the driver's side. We'll go to the driver's side real quick. Yeah, it's missing a part of this seal, so that's missing. The seal for this tends to have an issue when you put the soft top down and then you bring it back up. It doesn't quite sit properly in the channel for this, so that's another thing that I found. But yeah, so that's pretty much a lot of the exterior things. I'll go ahead and pop open the engine and the trunk and we'll try and take a look over there. All right, so I have the engine open, or the engine hood open, and so this is the engine. It's completely stock actually. So this is the 1.8 liter engine with the variable valve timing, the VVT. You can kind of tell it's a VVT because of this little contraption here. And then it kind of goes to the back and everything. Yeah, that's usually how you can differentiate between a regular 1.8 and a 1.8 with the VVT, is because of this little thing in the front. So completely stock. A lot of the OEM stuff is still in here. Like the radiator, the previous owner changed it out. They replaced the fluid and everything. A lot of the hoses and everything were also replaced with a lot of OEM stuff from Mazda, so that's really good. I know the previous owner said that this guy was not working previously and he fixed it using OEM stuff, so which is really good. So yeah, it's really nicely well kept, maintained. I have yet to do a oil change and everything else, but as of right now, like all the fluids are pretty much topped off. So I'm really excited because I really want to learn more about the Miatas and just kind of see what they have to offer. One thing I did want to highlight is the rust. So I mentioned there's rust kind of on this panel, underneath this panel. There's also a little bit of rust going on in the cowl, the windshield wiper cowl. You can see right here, a little bit of rust all along that cowl and then the firewall and all that. So that's something I'll have to kind of watch out for, but that is something I did notice when I was inspecting the car a little bit more. But overall, like, you know, this engine is pretty much stock for the most part. So really, really nice, really gives me a good opportunity to work on the car, understand the engine and everything, and really start from scratch. So, okay, so we'll go ahead and jump into the trunk space. So I have it open right now. Pretty much, there's not much really, pretty bare minimum. Just a carpet. Underneath the carpet is the you know, OEM spare tire with the tools and everything. And under this side is the battery. So the previous owner did change the battery out to a brand new one. So that's good. This one, they left it in as well. I guess it looked like it broke. That's why there's tape, but it has all the OEM stuff in here. Pretty much it. Like there's not much else. It's a pretty small trunk. Yeah, there's not much you can really fit in here. It's kind of tight. Yeah, like I've had like my air compressor and like my backpack in over there, and that's already kind of filling up the trunk already. So it's kind of kind of small trunk. But I mean, that's not what a Miata was meant for, right? So okay, so I'll go ahead and jump in on the inside. So it's pretty much stock for the most part. A lot of the OEM stuff in here. So we'll go ahead and slip in. All right, so looking at the gauge cluster, still the OEM, the white face and everything, which is really nice. This is the steering wheel. There's a little bit of defects on the steering wheel itself, but that's okay. I plan to replace this at some point anyway, so you know, that's all right. I'm okay with it. As you can see on the radio, this is the OEM radio still, and everything works still. The AC actually blows cold, which is surprising. Still the radio station, the CD player, everything still kind of works on this. So that's really nice. And so actually the first modification I did to the car was actually just adding this. Just because I needed a phone mount, and I don't like the window mounts. I just don't like having a suction on the window. So decided to look around and I found this guy. I think it's from a company called Course Motorsports. You just have to basically take this out and then screw in this little bracket back here, and then you basically put it all together and it's really good. So yeah, it holds the phone really well. Been driving with it so far and it holds it pretty good. So, and I just have my charger here, so yeah. The AC, a lot of these little ball AC things still work. This one works. This one's a little stuck. As you can see, it's a little hard, but it works and it still blows cold AC, so it's really nice. Look at the center console, right? Stick shift, 5-speed. Window switches still works, everything works. This is the cup holders. You know, these ones still work. They still have a little bit of good tension on it, so which is nice. I know like some of the older ones or less well kept ones, I have like, they just don't have like that springing to it. So these ones kind of still do. And then in here is the another center console. Then those are the switches or the latches for the that's the trunk, and then this is the gas cap. So, and then I just have a pen in here. So yeah, so then these are the seats. Nothing much to it. This is the glove box. The glove box still works. And I have the OEM user manual, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, just kind of looking up here. This is the center light. This is a aftermarket mirror. The OEM one is still on top, but yeah, still have the window shades, wind visors with the mirror, kind of dirty. And then the latches for the soft top. So we'll go ahead and put down the soft top. So to do that, you press up on this latch and then this should automatically open. Usually there's a spring here, you can see, and this spring attaches to this, and it would normally automatically like unlatch itself, right? So it would automatically like undo itself like this, and then you just pull and then it'll unlatch from here. So same thing on this side, you just go in, press this button, and just pull, right? And then just push up and then over. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly demonstrate the soft top going down. So I'm gonna put it back up. Oh, I gotta make sure these are open. It's actually pretty easy to put the soft top up from the driver's seat. So you just kind of reach over and just kind of pull. You just kind of have to kind of pull it down into place, and then you just pull the latches and it holds its place. So yeah, and then just to kind of quickly show me putting the top down, Same thing, right? Push the latches in, unleash it, and you just kind of push it up and over, and it just goes down like that. So there you go. So now that the soft top is down, right, usually you'd kind of close that and everything. Same thing on this side, right? But now that the soft top's down, you can kind of see, right? Car looks a little more open, a lot more fun. So it's a nice sporty convertible. So just kind of, now that the top's down, I have a little bit better lighting. So we can take a look at the seats again. Right, these are OEM seats. These are pretty comfortable actually. So, but I do plan to change it out. I do plan to do a lot of things for this car. So a lot of things I'm okay with for now, but they're going to be changed out eventually. So yeah. So once the soft top is down, it kind of rests in this position. Your seat belts. These are the OEM speakers as well, which also work, by the way, which is really nice. As we look back here a little more, there's this little flap that kind of comes up. That's for the, just like a wind deflector as you're driving with the top down. It really helps cut down the noise on the inside of the car. And then also, so these right here, these are the plugs for the glass window if it came with the defroster on both the hardtop and the soft top. But unfortunately, my car only came with the plastic one, so I don't have that option, which is unfortunate, but you know, it's okay. I'm not sure if I want to keep the soft top or the hard top, or get a hard top. I'm not too sure yet, so we'll kind of leave that open for now. But that's pretty much it. Like, it's a little rattly. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm just really kind of highlighting, you know, kind of what the car is at its current state. Just, you know, a lot of defects, a lot of imperfections here and there, a lot of cosmetic imperfections and a little things here and there. But for the most part, mechanically wise, the car is fine. It works, it drives fine, it runs straight, like it's fine. And so it's really kind of waiting for the opportunity to take this autocross and really start tracking it and really seeing what needs to be improved on the car. I know, like for me, a lot of plans that I want to do for it, starting with the wheels, the tires, suspension, you know, doing a lot of that handling work first. And you know, as well as like sway bars in the back, and the front, a little bit more bracing here and there, before I really start diving into adding more power. A lot of people agree that the Miata is really shines in its handling capabilities, and I think I want to kind of build upon the existing abilities of this car by trying to really make it handle like a go-kart, you know, like it's on rails. And that's kind of my goal with this car, is to really build an affordable but fun and rewarding track car that's not gonna hurt the budget for me. You know, I could have easily bought like a higher end, or even like a BRZ, or even something a lot more nicer and a lot more power. I like the twisties, I like turning. I like the sensation of, you know, being on the edge and pushing the car to the limit. And, you know, for me, it made sense to get a Miata for a dedicated track car. Not only because, you know, there's so much available, but also because the aftermarket support for this car and for all the Miatas, for the NAs, NBs, NCs, and NDs, it's just insanely, like, there's just so much out there to support these cars. Like wheels, tires, bodywork, everything. Like, hold on. Oh shoot, look at this. This is the whole new. I'm here filming at the airport, or by the airport. And hey, look at that. So this is one of the ANA Honu Airlines. Dang, that's cool. Sorry, I got distracted by the airline, but you know, it's kind of nice to see one of those, you know, nicely painted, different airlines. So, anyways, yeah, I'm just super excited and really looking forward to taking this car and pushing it and just kind of learning more about the Miata. I have never worked on the Miata before. I mean, I take that back, I have, but you know, I haven't really delved into what the Miata does and all that. And so I really just kind of am excited to learn about everything about this car, the engine, the handling, and just modifying it so that I just want to modify it to the point where I feel happy and excited to take it out on track and just feel rewarded for, you know, being able to push the car to its limits, really. And as myself, like pushing myself as a driver to the limit. And I believe the Miata will be the car to help me get to that next level of being a better driver and just being better overall. I do have a couple more races left this season for the Yaris because I am running in a points championship with the Yaris. So unfortunately, I can't take this out just yet because I'm kind of locked in with some points that I already earned with the Yaris. So I have to finish the season a little bit with the Yaris. So, but there's a couple more things that I still need to do to the Yaris. A couple more things I want to add on. And then after that, we'll switch over to the Miata hopefully next season and start working on this and you know, seeing what we can do to it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. Hope you guys are excited as I am to work on the Miata. And just stay tuned, stay subscribed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Shoots!